Okay.
Going live.
Are we live yet?
We are live now, apparently.
Rightio.
If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay!
Well, hello everyone. It's been a really hot day actually. We've been having some really hot weather up here in the north of England.
That's been hot, baby.
Yes, very much. So we've got a multitude of fans up here going, yay! That joke is wearing really old really quickly.
I don't know about that.
So, a big hello to everybody. We've got Valleys 56XX, Southern Triangle, Wobbler Productions, Jammy Dodger the Gamer, Flymo Chairman 1, Vobert Becking, David Scott, Houston WHAP, Logan Clary, Flymo Chairman 1, S. Eel, Patrick Ling, Chris Gal 1959, James Hardy, Worthington Model Railway, from Minnesota. Big hello to everybody in Minnesota. Matthew Dunmore, Aiden's Railways, Ham Shackleton, J7802, Evan Terry, ML, Clive Cobold, Alex Pomeroy, Iron Horse Heathen, Josh's Railway Adventures, Jammy the Dodger the Gamer, Dominic Z, Ridgeway Park 00, Gone Loco, Tim's Mother Railway in different videos, Martin Hares, Wamgok, Egg Rider, Ben Tullett, Robin Silver, Mike at Putnam Junction, Andrew Rennie, Richard Swiderski, Thomas West, Mells, Dave at It's My Model Railway, Raymond Richter, the Alsmead Project, Crossways Point Junction, Stevie Film, Jerry BVR, Donegal Dad, Messing About with Models, Martin Searsman, East Midlands Train Spotter EMR, Shanghai 264359, Alex Dent, Rail Guy, Ben Davis, Paul Higgins, Ian Turvey, David Scott, David Crompton, John Postcliffe, sorry.
You are terrible with names.
Hello Jenny, John here from Bilbao, Spain. Brilliant. Wow. Right, Andy 1962, AFD Comp. Oh, it's very hot up here, so I've been trying to keep up. Say hello to everybody. It's great to have you in. Welcome back to the Monday Club. We are back in the hot box that is the Loft. Now, last week we went to a different venue because of heat problems, and we've made all the efforts. We've got an extractor fan running. We've got 2 fans here. We've got plenty of liquid refreshment. This is Coke Zero. It's still no sugar. But it tastes a bit sweet and sickly to me. Right, in today's news, well, we're going to be getting a little quick sneak peek at an all-new product that's being launched. And we have somebody ready that we're going to give a call later on. We're going to do a audio interview with them. But before that, you may have noticed that's running around. We have got the Hatton's Project Genesis livery samples. Logan Clary says, I can hear you twice. I've just realised why. So, yeah, we've got 2 microphones plugged in. So apparently I'm flanging like anything. J. Paul Anderson, big hello to you. Jammy Dodger the Gamer. Saw you on Thursday, Jenny, at DCC Concepts. Absolutely. It's been great to see so many of you there. Manthony 1956.
Yeah, actually you could hear you twice.
Was it bad?
It wasn't noticeable until someone mentioned it.
And then everybody noticed
it.
Right, so anyway, hoving into view, you're seeing the 5MT, and it's pulling 2 Great Northern Railway teaks, 2 Great Western Railway, 2 Southeastern and Chatham, then 2 LMS, I predict them being the sleeper hit, 2 London and North Western Railway, 2 Southern Railway, a single London, Brighton and South Coast Railway 6-wheeler, and then a 6-wheel BR departmental tool van. So let's just see, can we catch them as they go past? So you'll see actually absolutely no light bleed from the lit up versions. There's another one, yeah, just going past now. And as you can see from that fleeting glimpse, we're not getting any light bleed from these. The liveries are stunning. We're going to be having a full review video of these come Wednesday. It's planned for the Wednesday video. So, oh gosh, Zoe, I need your help. That camera has been knocked.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind adjusting that, because at the moment we have jaunty O vision. So it's clearly been knocked whilst I've been busy doing stuff. It needs to rotate to the right, straighten, and up slightly. So, ooh. So it needs to move around to the right. To the right.
I did turn it to the right.
Yes. A little more to the right, and then down.
Jen, it doesn't want to go to
You've
the
got
right.
to get rough with it. Hello,
How's that?
everybody. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And now down a little bit. Down. Just down.
Sorry, everyone.
Little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Right, leave, let go, creep away. Ha. Right. So
We get there in the end.
Matt
Oh.
O'Fell says, "Go home, camera. You're drunk." What?
Tim's Model Railway in different videos says, my birthday is this Wednesday and I'm going to be 28. Well,
Ooh.
happy
Birthday to you. Squash tomatoes and stew. Bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you. 28 today. 28 today. Actually, no, 28 on Thursday.
28 Wednesday.
Did I say Thursday? Oh, Wednesday.
Jen, it's literally written on the screen.
Oh, you don't think I read anything, do you? Right. Anywho, so yeah, the Hatton's Project Genesis coaches. Let's see if we can get a different angle and catch them as they come round. I'm not really getting any angles where we can see amazing.
I am attempting to do a certain thing and send the video to you so that we can show it on the screen.
Ooh, but right. Anyway, so
This may not work.
But Wednesday's video is going to be the full review of those Hatton's Project Genesis coaches. Excuse me. But we are going to have a Richard Brighton from. Oh, excuse me. Richard Brighton from DCC Cons. Are you all right there?
I am just cooling down.
Get that to point at you because it's doing nothing
No, it's
for
fine.
me. Yeah.
Oh, also, did you
Lose
by any chance
something?
lose a screw? Jenny's got a screw loose.
Yeah,
I have
probably.
proof.
Yes. Yes.
That
Right.
used to be the thing at school, didn't it? So
Yeah. What?
Jenny does whatever was currently the in thing to insult people with. I have proof.
Yeah, Dongit's Mother Arrow says, I spy a DP1. Yes, I have got my prototype Deltic pulling a huge rake of Hornby Super Detail with working light, 8-wheel and 12-wheel Pullmans. What else have we got going on? Let's have a nice little camera angle up. Right, what I think we should do is try and
Beatbox
get...
like it ain't no thing.
Right, anyway, come on, behave yourself.
I am.
Right. Huh. So, let's see if we can... right. I am going to... Okay, I need to... So, talk to the nice people, Zoe, whilst I get ready.
Jen is about to try and initiate contact with the mothership over at, where is it, DCC Concepts?
Yeah, it is, yes. So we're hopefully going to get Richard Brighton on the line. We're going to have to turn off the main microphone, aren't we, and only come through this? Or, because otherwise everybody's going to hear me on it.
You leave the microphone on, otherwise the people at home can't hear you.
Oh, well, will I not be coming through this?
No.
So how come I was getting the howl around before?
Because that was getting connection from both microphones. Leave it as it is, we should be fine. I'm going to go down there and check on the thing, and I'll come up and adjust if we need to. But for the moment, let's go with what we've got.
Right, so...
Initiate contact.
Initiating contact. So this could go very wrong. I will need you to actually get the pictures on screen.
Yes, but I will also attempt to do the other stuff.
Yeah, Richard Swiderski. Things are getting serious because we got the kitty ears going
Yes, we
on.
have activated the cat ears.
Yes, activated kitty ears. Hello, kitty. Right. So, right, let me just, I think, am I going to, I'm just calling. It's not really doing anything.
Has he answered?
No.
Well, that's why.
I can't even hear it ringing. Would I hear it ringing? Ah. Hello, Richard, can you hear me? Richard, can you hear me? Just...
Turn your volume up.
Yeah, give me a... It's at max. We don't appear to be getting anything through. All I'm hearing is myself. So, sorry, Richard, we're just experiencing technical difficulties. The Cupboard Monkey did promise me that this would work.
We tested it and it worked. What's going on?
We are still plugged in down here.
Yeah? Can he hear you and can you hear him?
I wouldn't know if he can hear me.
Can you hear him?
No, I can't. So...
Okay, stop for a moment. Richard,
Okay.
if you can hear us, can you please say something?
Oh, I can hear him very, very faintly.
How's that?
It sounds like he's... Oh... It sounds like he's talking through a rainstorm very far away. So just hold on a moment. I'm going to have to hang up this call. So just give me one moment. I have no idea what went wrong there.
Okay, I am going to now listen to it on the live stream and see what happened.
I don't know if other people could... very far away. So just hold on a moment. I'm going to have to hang up this call. Can you hear him?
Nothing is coming through. Right.
Oh,
this worked when we tried it first. I don't know what's gone wrong.
Yes, I've given 1 star to the quality of the call.
I have an idea. Why don't we do it old school?
Oh, hold on. Right. Oh, I know what the problem is. I should be plugged into this with the headphones, not through that.
No.
Hello? Can you hear me now? Very, very faint. I really
Right,
can't
I've
hear.
got a great idea. Why don't we just do it old school?
What?
Hello? Can you hear us? I'm putting you on speaker.
Actual telephone.
Right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I think we can now. For some reason, the Cupboard Monkey's technical prowess fell down a little bit, so I'm just going to turn that down. Right, anyway. So, how are you doing, Richard?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Jenny. How are you, and why aren't you here?
I don't work Mondays, remember? But yeah, anyway, no, we've got an exciting new product launching, haven't we?
We have. We'll be sending out the public newsletter at the end of the week. I have just sent notification to our premium and specialist dealers. And you and your listeners are the only people outside that list to know about this product at the moment.
Right, so
It's now on screen.
And basically, right, we've got it up on screen now, so people at home are now suddenly able to see something, and what they will actually see on screen. Hello, wait, hello, you still there?
I am.
Sorry, it faded out. At the moment, they're looking at an Ossition O-gauge locomotive, but what it's actually sat on is the product. And these are, I think people are very, very familiar with the DCC Concepts Rolling Road. It's been a very popular and reliable seller in a variety of different gauges. But one of the things that I guess you keep getting asked over and over again is, why can't I put my O-gauge locomotives on these? And what people are seeing on screen is the answer to that now.
That's absolutely right. We have been asked repeatedly why we don't make an O-gauge rolling road. Truth is, we've been trying to develop one. It's taken a long time to get it right. This is an O-gauge rolling road. It is real gold plated. Not
Yeah,
just gold coloured, that is real gold that you're looking at.
And I know because these photographs, I spent a long time taking these photographs. The gold finish is incredible. And one of the things, actually, I remember telling you about this, was that you had to be very careful with the angle you photographed them at, because they are so shiny. That gold finish is absolutely beautiful, and you can actually see a reflection of yourself in them if you get them straight on.
Yes, and for a good cupboard monkey quote, it's shiny.
Shiny. Yeah. So we've got... And
they are real gold plated. They have neo magnets in the base of each of the axle rollers that will pull the roller down onto the included steel plates that come with the rolling road, that are very cunningly disguised as a wooden walkway with a wooden print on them and planks, so that you can put them between the chairs on the O-gauge rolling road, and it looks like a really nice wooden walkway down the track, but actually it's a steel plate that the rolling roads will be pulled down onto. This all comes in a custom presentation case, which is leather bound with magnetic clasps, so it keeps it safe, keeps it clean, and you don't lose any of the bits. And it's in a 4 or a 6 axle pack. Absolutely superb. We have, honestly, this is probably the highest quality product we've ever made.
Absolutely, and it's the perfect gift for any railway modeller out there who models in O-gauge, as you say, it's in a really heavy-duty presentation box.
And can you just remind people who this is by, because a few people are asking?
This is being sold by DCC Concepts, so we already do the multi-gauge rolling road in 4-way, 8-way and 12-way. And we've now got in the range the O-gauge version in 4-way and 6-way. So as people can see from the pictures that we've gone through on the screen, it's from anything down to tiny locomotives in O-gauge up to some of the really big ones. This is the perfect product. And finally, people who model O-gauge, which arguably is even more difficult to get a continuous run to run in locomotives. This product now alleviates that, because you can run in your locomotives on your workbench, you can do testing, maintenance, and finally enjoy all the benefits that people have had with the multi-gauge ones that do from N-gauge through to 00.
That's right, and I would just like to quantify, there's a couple of questions that I've seen come up. If I can answer them, that would be great.
Of course.
Number one is, that's all very good, but as long as it's a reasonable price. This is at a reasonable price. The 4-axle rolling road is recommended retail at $99.95, and the 6-axle rolling road is recommended retail at $149.95. So they are a reasonable price for what they are. When you pick them up, you realise how heavy the box is, and you realise how high quality these are. And in terms of the other question which came up, how has it taken so long? Surely it's just a case of scaling up. It isn't, because the rollers have to be a different size, therefore the bearings need to be a different size. It's not just a case of scaling up the 00 version. You also have to integrate the neo magnets, and we had to design the wooden planking to go on the layout as well. Plus, this is a completely new packaging design. Because these are so heavy, they can't go in the plastic boxes either. So it's taken quite a long time to get the whole package together. That, and with the minimum purchases that we need to make on things like the roller bearings, we've had to get it down to a sensible figure, because it's great, but if you need to buy 2 million of them, then it's not so good. So we've manufactured quite a lot of these in terms of the individual rollers, but what that's translated to is that actually we only have a limited batch coming through, because we can only make so many at a time, and there's going to be a gap between each production batch because they have to get everything gold plated and things. So this will be a limited edition or limited production product.
So do we have a link where people can go and find these for purchase? And bearing in mind, this is literally the first that anybody's known about them being on sale. So as you say, very, very limited production. So if people really want to get one of these, where do they need to go to get one?
Now, I can put a link in the chat, but I don't know if the Cupboard Monkey will let it through.
Of course I'll let it through.
Right, so I'm just sending you one link to the 4-axle and one link to the 6-axle on the chat now. So if Zoe works her magic and turns those into hyperlinks, then all will be well with the world.
So we're just waiting for them to come through.
Nothing's come through. I'll see what's happening. Nothing's come through. Did you send it via Messenger?
No, I sent it on the chat on YouTube, but you want me to send it to you on Messenger?
If you could send it to me personally on Messenger, that would help. Because
I can do that.
Copy it over.
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up.
Yeah, but while we're on about it, what you mentioned
6-axle.
about the extra weight, that is something that came up. People talking about can these cope with something like a live steam, given that they're approximately the same size?
They would be, but the spacers are plastic. So if you expose the spacers to very high heat that sometimes you get under the live steam locos, it wouldn't like that. This is predominantly manufactured for 2-rail electric O-gauge models. In terms of strength, that Oxygen locomotive that you saw on there is a solid brass product.
Yeah, I mean,
it weighs approximately 6 kilos.
Yeah, I mean, it's
particular loco.
It's a very heavy locomotive, and that's one of the reasons that they've got the magnets and the plates underneath, because they sit out of necessity a little distance off the track. So that just ensures that it's got stability, that you're not going to accidentally knock a locomotive over.
You don't want to be knocking those things.
No. So they do actually stick to those metal plates very, very well with those high power magnets, because they're similar in design, the magnets, to the power base system, aren't they?
Yes, this is a similar design. So the actual magnet, though, it is bespoke for the rolling road. It's not one of the power base magnets, but it is the same type of magnet as we use in the power base pack.
Mm-hmm.
The same as the steel plate, which is disguised. You probably, on the picture I'm seeing on screen with the Oxygen, you can just about see it, but if you change that picture to the pannier tank, you can definitely see that. But it does look exactly like wooden planks. We've used a wrap technique, which they use on alloy wheels for cars, where you put the metal into a tank and you lift it through the print, which is floated on the water, and you can get proper wood print on steel at that.
It is a nice effect, really nice. It reminds me of the printing effect on things like tin plate models. You know, the really, really nice wood effects that they used to get on the Bassett Loke stuff in the 1930s. It's got that kind of warmth and quality to it.
Yeah, it's nice.
So there you go.
So there we are, and like we say,
sneak preview.
Yeah. So you're getting in before even the dealers here, and obviously anybody who models in O-gauge, one of the big issues is actually running in the locomotives, because generally speaking, if you put together a continuous run of O-gauge, you're needing minimum curves of something like 6 or 8 feet in diameter, which for a lot of people is completely impractical. So this is the perfect way of running up O-gauge locomotives without necessarily having a huge layout to be able to do that.
That's a good point. Have you ever been actually able to run your O-gauge in yet?
Well, yes. If you remember, there's a garden railway outside.
Yeah, but you don't use it. You've spent all of today weeding it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, even somebody like I've got quite a collection of O-gauge locomotives, and they've never really run extensively because of that difficulty. And of course, now there's a product on the market that can, and they are incredibly hard wearing, as we talked about before. The weight on these is immense. They feel like a very, very solid product. And that gold plating as well means that you've got really great electrical conductivity, and they don't tarnish. They stay shiny. So it's a really interesting product. Like we said before, the dealers are getting the email now, and the public email is on Friday, did you say, Richard?
Yeah, the public email will be Friday. However, we've only had a small quantity pre-delivered from the main batch. So we've only got a very limited quantity here now. The rest of the main batch will be delivered later on in the month, but I can't give you a time or a date for that yet, because the factory that does the gold plating for us is currently in an area which has been locked down and they can't ship.
Right.
Now, that means that won't ship until that's been cleared. So that may be towards the end of the month. But what I would say is that if we do sell out of this small pre-batch, all that will happen is the website will change from being immediate order to being back order, and then you can reserve the stock from the main batch when it arrives.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. I'd just like to say a big thank you to George Botterini, who's just donated $9.99 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much, George. Very, very generous of you. And look, thank you very much as well, Richard, for taking the time out of your evening to have a chat with us. And it's great to finally be able to tell people about this product. And I think anybody who models in O gauge will find this completely indispensable. And in the presentation case that it comes in, it's also the perfect gift for any railway modeler who does O gauge worldwide. I mean, we've got pictures.
I would add that yes, N-scale modelers and 4mm modelers, so 2mm modelers and 4mm modelers, we have not forgotten you. There will be a premium gold-plated rolling road for 2mm and for the 4mm scales in due course.
No problem. I didn't know.
There you go, another exclusive.
It will be soon. So it will come soon. So that will be a 10 roller pack. So that will come soon.
It's I know I've done the photographs for that one as well. I didn't know whether we were supposed to mention that or not, but I'll take your lead on that. And it is, again, a really great product.
Communication that will come out on Friday anyway. That's on the bottom of the newsletter that will come out on Friday. So that's absolutely fine. And the premium dealers have been notified of that as well.
No problem. Well, look, thank you very much, Richard, and I will see you tomorrow morning. And we also, what was I going to say? My train of thought just derailed.
I don't know. I can't read your mind.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Which is probably a good thing.
We have posted the links in the description box, but if you go to the DCC Concepts website and go to the Rolling Road section, you will see those products now. I think the listings are now live. So along with all of the regular Rolling Road products, the gold O-gauge ones are there and listed now. So as we said, very limited stock. So if this is a must-have item, then this is something that you need to get straight in there. There will be more coming through, but at the moment, as Richard said, there's the factory doing the gold plating is being delayed with various things. So get your orders in now. But look, thank you very much, Richard, and I'm going to let you get back to your evening.
Thank you, Jenny. Have a good evening. Take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
you too. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was excellent. I thought that was once we got the technical issues over with.
Oh dear, once the tech came through. So, look, anyway, it's something I've been dying to tell you guys about this rolling road that we've had in, Billy's replacement speakers, as the cupboard monkey is moving all the stuff around.
I'm sorry, I had to get a step back. We tested this before we started, and it
I know
worked.
we
and
did.
The moment you touch it, it breaks.
The touch of death.
The touch of Jen.
Flangey death. But look, thank you very much, guys. Also, the other thing as well I forgot to mention is that we're also doing a promotion, a special promotion. I'm going to hand the bat phone to you because you can monitor this. But we're doing a special promotion with 3 of the books that Zoe, the cupboard monkey, does scripting and all of the artwork, and I help with the scripting. So we've got all over the house books 1 and books 2, and we've also got the Life of Knob T Mouse, and we're doing these for a special price. What did we say?
Yes, all 3 for 20 quid.
And we will sign them and put a personalised picture. And the way we've decided the best way to do this is, if you are interested in these, if you send £20 on the paypal.me link and leave a note, then with your address as well, then we will send 3 of these your way.
Yeah.
Right, but
the link is in the description box.
It is, yeah. So where are we up to?
While we're on with the news, do you have any other news to go? Because I have something that I think people might be interested in.
Right, well, D-Class is still imminent. Really looking forward to that. We've also got... Oh, hold on a second. S-Eel says, Flymo got erased. What happened?
What? Something's just been removed.
Oh, no.
Flymo didn't. He deleted his own
right, yeah, no
message.
worries.
It says message retracted, not deleted.
Right, no problem. Ruben Ashwell says it's not a Monday Club stream without Billy's replacement speakers.
I do try my best.
Yeah. Also, we've got all new merchandise as well, haven't we?
Yes.
DMU.
I would have been demonstrating that, but
it's far too hot for a hoodie.
Well, not just that. I had the T-shirt on, and then I got really hot and sweaty, and it kind of needed to go in the wash.
So now I don't.
So
right.
We've had one message here from Garthian, who's also known as Warbler Productions now, of course.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as.
Saying that the Festiniog Railway's Prince is visiting Statfold Barn. So they'll be opening up. So on Saturday, I believe it's there. So that'll
absolutely. So Statfold Barn Railway, really great. We went and spent a day there, courtesy of Warbler Productions. Very, very kindly invited us down, and we actually spent a full day there, rode on the railway, and actually we got a really great day. Now, somebody said, Manthony 1956 says, can the books be purchased and shipped to the US?
With this offer, I'm not sure. The biggest issue that we have is postage cost essentially doubles the cost of the books for us. So...
Well, how much would it have to be to post to the USA? We haven't thought about this.
We haven't, because you jumped this on me at the last minute. I have to look
this morning?
I have to. Well, I've been at work yet. My biggest issue is the postage. Postage cripples us. We send stuff out, and it costs like £8 to send to America.
So, what about if we said £25 to America for anybody who's got an overseas address?
Okay. Right, yeah. If you want international people, if you want one, we'll do it for 25.
No problem. So I think we've already. Whoa! So Richard Brighton has sent us £20 on PayPal.me for the books. So I will be taking a set fully autographed. Thank you ever so much, Richard. So that's the first one in, and we will be sorting that out. And I'll take them in actually to settle tomorrow. But I'll let you monitor the. It'll come up in my emails.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave that open then.
But yes, talking about prints as well at the Statfold Barn, you may also have seen that the 3D print test renders with I think it's not the final livery, but it is the. It's looking good. The Pico, in conjunction with Cato, England locomotives, is definitely getting ever so much closer. Hatton shared an image of that. Looks absolutely great, and it is definitely one of the things that we will be trying to get for the channel. Jammy Dodger the Gamer says, can you post the link for the Monday Club wagon? So yeah,
it's on the top right of the screen.
Yeah, the top, or even the top left.
Top left even.
Top left of your screen. Is that actually clickable as a link?
Nope.
Well, don't tell them that's the link then. Also,
It's written on top of it. I will post the link. I'll type it into the chat now.
Mark
I will
Wilson
do that.
asks, could you not provide an ebook for overseas?
Yes,
there
we
is an
have got
ebook version.
Not of the comics. The problem I've had with the comics getting an ebook to produce is that the images make it massive. So I am working on that, but we haven't got it working yet.
Interesting point here. The Aylesmead project says post outside UK, the purchaser will have to pay the taxes on top. Are books
Unfortunately,
not tax exempt?
they should be, but whether they are is a different matter.
So on the customs declaration, they will be put down as books. I know that.
Oh, Ham Shackleton, thank you very much for putting the link for the wagon in.
Thank you ever so much. That's brilliant, and they are selling really well. We're at about 80% sold now. So really, they're doing really, really well.
I
So
am very
thank you
impressed, I have to admit.
everybody who's pre-ordered the Monday Club wagons. Worthington Model Railway says not in the US there is no federal purchase tax.
Good.
So basically they will be put down as books. I know that if you import books into the UK, and I think actually the rest of Europe, books attract no tax rate
They shouldn't
for import.
Oh yeah, and also as has been pointed out, books are VAT free. They are, but whether customs treat them properly is a different matter.
They will be declared as being
And we're
books.
also being asked, can we put the books and comics on Spotify? I don't use Spotify. I've never used Spotify.
I thought that was for music.
So did I. I don't know. I'll look into it. I can look into all this stuff, but whether it happens is a different matter. It all depends on how much work I've got and whether Jen does what she did last week, which is load me up with massive amounts of videos to edit, and then I have to cry.
Hey, somebody not so far away here actually does video editing at work and manages more than you.
You do not make entire TV shows length videos, so no.
Right.
So anyway, Jen,
Yeah,
what
anyway,
else we got? What
Jen
other news?
is trying to do the news,
Go
and
on,
the
then.
cupboard
You
monkey
do
is whittering on.
You snooze, you
Right,
lose.
James Pett says that will look splendid on Minith Tatters. Absolutely. The Minith Tatters, funnily enough, was actually built with Pico's announcement of those Englands and the double Fairleys, which should be coming after them. It was actually built with them in mind. The fact that I'm using the Hellion Manning Wardle and the Bachmann Baldwins, they were actually more of a stopgap motive power. It's just I think we were supposed to be seeing the Festiniog Railway England's in the first quarter of this year for sale, and it's kind of slipped back like so many things. But yeah, they look absolutely great. As I said before, Hattons have actually shared the images of those, and they look absolutely amazing. I did post those links to the Monday Club Facebook page.
Which is also well worth joining. Guys, if you're looking for like a virtual model railway club, the Monday Club Facebook group is the place to be.
Absolutely.
I'd like to thank everyone who's actually worked so hard to make that such a fun group. We seem to have a lot of chat in there, and it's great.
Right. Also, I was going to say something, and then you interrupted me.
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry.
Hythe Kent says, anyone know where I can get some Hornby Pullman coaches, the one with lights? Absolutely, yes. Hereford Model Centre. The Hereford Model Centre, we've talked about them before. Absolutely great for new old stock. And some of the stuff that they got, do a search for Hornby coaches on Hereford Model Centre. And they do have some of the super detail Hornby Pullmans. Just be a bit careful, because the really cheap ones are the older railroady type ones. But if you make sure that you look at the pictures, double check with the catalogue number, they have them on there, and they're actually about half what they go for now. So Hereford Model Centre, I'm sure they will be available in other model rail shops. And as always, don't forget to tell them that I sent you. I don't make anything at all out of it, but it just
it expands her. Jenny she just knows. It's like the bat signal. Whenever someone says Jenny sent them, her brain throbs. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm going to go get another can of Coke. Would you like one?
Yeah, bring a couple up. I'm still on this one, but hey. Right, Aiden's Railway says, definitely looking forward to the England and the double fairlies. Absolutely. I think that... Oh, what's it? Mark Wilson.
No, don't mention her for models. And is that another one of... Oh no, my bargains.
The bargains, man. Oh, we did some new old stock videos, and that was one of the places that we touched on. And the number of people who were like, no, my bargains. I actually got a message from, I think it was, don't quote me on this, but I think it was Callum Wilcox, aka SDJR 7F88 on YouTube, who sent me a message saying, well, I finally had to buy the schools class that I had my eye on because you went and blooming well mentioned how good a price they were and they were going to sell out. But 1701, the file flyer says Hereford MC website now experiencing heavy hits. Langton Road says, very good to meet you, Jen, on Friday at DCC Concepts in Settle. Well worth the visit. Thank you ever so much. And don't forget, everybody, if you do want to visit us at DCC Concepts at the moment, we are doing a booking system, and this is all wrapped up with because we're still not completely out from the COVID restrictions. So we have 2 slots, and in all honesty with you, a lot of people have just been going mail orders. So they're not heavily booked up. We do still have a lot of slots, but you need to ring up in advance. And even if you ring on the same day in the morning and just query, if we have a slot that day, we will let you come on it. But it's well worth actually having a trip to Settle. It's a really nice place. If we're getting weather like we're having now, it's great for a ride out. And it's always lovely to meet you guys. James Pett says you should produce a No My Bargains t-shirt. I can hear the cupboard monkey laughing away downstairs.
I'll
Right.
add it to the list.
Yeah, we will add it to the list. Unix King Fox Junction 46. When are the Jenny Monday Club wagons coming out? Q3. What I do know is Acura Scale have shown pictures of the wagons under manufacture in the factory, which usually means no more than maybe a month or 2. So Q3 was what we were told at the beginning of the year. So I'm guessing that's sort of end of August maybe, so not too long now. They may even come out a bit sooner. Also, don't forget that the KUA from Acura Scale, we did that as a recent video, and that has gone down incredibly well in terms of, not the video did well, but actually the model is selling out really quickly. If you do want to get those KUA nuclear flask wagons, then be advised that they are selling out really, really quickly. Langton Road says Ribblehead Viaduct was spectacular in the sunshine. Absolutely. You get the angle right. It is very photogenic with all the shadows and stuff. Jeremy Clay says, where do I get Henry's train for the Flying Kipper? Because I need some Flying Kipper cars for Henry. Now, Bachmann do the LNER and the BR liveried X LNER fish vans. They are probably your best port of call. Hornby also do the blue spot fish vans, so worth looking around for those. I know a few places still have some new old stock of previous releases. A good place to start for some of the white ones, which are the liveries that you would want for that sort of a period to match with that particular Thomas the Tank Engine story. Try Arcadia Models in Shore. Don't forget to tell Tim that I sent you, and I know that he does still have good stocks of some of the older super detail Hornby wagons, including the XLNER HTO hoppers and also the HCO Coke hoppers as well, if there are some things that you want to get hold of. Now, somebody there said, New Junction said the wagons may spend Q3 in the Suez Canal. Well, hopefully there's no more shenanigans going on there. But a big hello to New Junction. Great to see you in.
I can guarantee that if Jenny's coaches got stuck in the Suez Canal, Jenny would swim out and get them personally.
Yeah. Manthony
She's so eager for it.
Manthony 1956 asks, were private coaches ever a reality in the UK like they once were in the US? I have a project idea, but I haven't been able to verify one way or another.
The Queen has a private coach.
Yeah, and discounting the Royal Train, yes. The further back in time you go, the more likely. I believe there's one up in Scotland. The name Dunrobin rings a bell in terms of the name that the private locomotive had, and that was in operation right through until I think its last run was about 1950. Lifestyle Unleashed, a big hello to you. You missed the huge announcement on the DCC Concepts O-Gauge rolling road. We did put some links in the description.
Yes.
Not in the description,
And,
in the chat.
We have a video coming out for Lifestyle Unleashed and Wins Models, don't we?
Yes, we do. So another one to look out for.
Yes.
Because the Cupboard Monkey is hard at work. Manthony 1956 says private coaches still exist in the US, by the way. Oh, excuse me. J94, a big hello to you. Gone Loco says a lot of UK steam locos went to the Suez Canal. I think they went through it. Certainly during the Second World War, there were a lot of the Stanya 8Fs were built in large numbers, and a lot of them were exported around the world. And indeed, there's some sunk at the bottom of the Red Sea on ships that had
I didn't do it. Not my fault.
Southern Train Girl says Dunrobin did have a private coach. Absolutely, yes. It ended up in America. Duke of Sutherland, that's right, Leslie Gilpin, that's the one. Warbler Production says there were a few private carriages, including a couple on the London and North Western Railway, on the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway in the 1800s. Mattervale, absolutely. A Monday Clubber is never late unless you miss an exclusive announcement from DCC Concepts. Absolutely. And like we said, very, very low supply on this initial batch. There will be more later.
You
but
love the fact that you got that exclusive.
Of course I got the exclusive. I work for them. I'd have taken the hump if they'd ever let
Yeah,
another
but at
YouTube.
the same time, you love that you got the... You're having such a good day.
Yeah. Well, we've had a few exclusives here on product announcements.
That's true. It's the place to be.
Yeah, because we announced Rails one as well. Well, I can't remember which one.
Dan Bateman asks, Jenny, I was just wondering if you have DCC fitted your Class 14 and do you ever run it?
Yes, and occasionally. It's got it's an 8-pin decoder. One thing I'll warn you about the Class 14s, the initial batch could be a little bit flaky on the motors. They had the mystical magic smoke escaping incidents. The motor on my Class 14 did burn out, so I've had to replace the motor. Once I replaced the motor, it actually works just fine on DCC. It's an 8-pin decoder, a little bit challenging to get in to actually fit it, but once it's in, it does work quite well. But I will warn you, DCC fitting a Hellion Class 14 is not for the faint of heart. As I said,
the one that you spent a fair amount of time muttering about, or is that another one?
There's many that I mutter about.
What about that one that fell apart while you were doing?
Oh no, that was the Daypole B4. That is a model that punishes you for doing things wrong. It really does. Gwion Reese Davies, hello to you. Excuse me. Big hello to Gwion Reese Davies. Josh's Railway Adventures. Ben Tuller says Dunrobin is now back from the USA as under restoration at the Severn Valley Railway. And Ham Shackleton says Winston Churchill had his own private goods brake van.
Nice.
Probably.
Well, why wouldn't he? You've got to get around during the war. We've got a question here. Andy T741 says, haven't seen Les in the chat for a while. Is he good since his move? Be nice to see him back on the Monday Club soon.
He's been very, very busy.
He has. He was posting earlier on Facebook. But the reason I wanted to highlight this...
Catch up.
The reason I want to highlight this is be nice to see him back on the Monday Club, because we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, because now the restrictions are starting to lift, it does mean that we can actually turn our attention back to possibly getting some guests back onto the Monday Club.
Yes,
Now,
only if you're watching, you may be getting a call.
so yeah, look, paging Wardle Road. Really would love to get Ollie from Wardle Road back on. I'd love to get New Junction on, but he's seems very busy man, very reluctant. One thing I would say is that it may be difficult when it's really hot. We're struggling up here with the heat, so having an extra person up here might be quite tricky.
Well, we'll get an ice cube for you to sit on. I was hoping that I would be able to open up Facebook Messenger.
I'm looking at that post there. What have they announced? I've missed that. So apparently there's been some Bachman Graham Farish new releases announced, and when the Cupboard Monkey actually presses the button... No.
What?
Where it says see more, that's how you see more. Right. It'll be somewhere else. Have I missed the big announcements from Bachman? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, I can't read the chat like that.
Yes, the only reason I was opening this, Jen, is because I wanted to bring up the video that I took of the Hatton's coaches.
So why aren't you?
Because you asked me to open this about the Rails of Sheffield announcements on the Bachman stuff. So that's why. And also, I've got a message from you smell.
No, I don't.
Right, hopefully that has... Yes, it's right.
Okay, do you want to pause that?
Yes, I do.
So we talked earlier on. I've been very lucky as well. The other thing that I've been very lucky to be given the privilege of taking a very close look at is the Hatton's Project Genesis coaches. Now, you may have seen them doing the rounds here on the layout, and they have lent me a set of 14. So I'm going to change the angle. So there's our 5MT. And they're the Great Northern Railway livery, followed by the Great Western livery, followed by the South Eastern and Chatham Railway livery, then the LMS livery, sleeper hit for me, absolutely love that livery, then London and North Western Railway, followed by Southern Railway olive green, then the single London Brighton South Coast Railway. Following up on the end there is the British Railway departmental crimson. Let's give them one more
The reason
swim
I
through.
filmed this so close with my camera is I wanted to show when people were talking about the bleed. I wanted to make sure that we could see whether there was light bleed or not. And
There isn't.
There isn't.
Right, and this is something that there's been a lot of issues. People have said that when they've got the light-fitted Hornby coaches, a lot of issues with light bleed. Right, you can get that off the screen now. So we've had that run through twice.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that off because...
Right,
people asking
I
about
will I will share my findings on the Hatton's Project Genesis coaches. Now, the internal lights are really good. They're running around now. We've got no flickering whatsoever. They do appear to have an electrolytic capacitor in there. I think when they were first announced, they were going to be DCC fitted. As far as I'm aware, these are not DCC fitted. I actually put one of them on my programming track and tried to read it just in case. Didn't want to actually open one up. They don't appear to be DCC fitted, but they're working absolutely fine on a DCC line here. Now, for me, the light bleed issue, Hattons have not fallen into that trap where you can sort of see this glow through the plastic. Absolutely fine. The interiors as well. Now, I thought when I looked at the EPs, I thought that they were basically, it was adding detail for the sake of it. But actually, in the lit examples, the interior detail looks amazing. It really does look good. It's all fully coloured, detailed, and the internal lighting really does bring it out into its own. It's also a case that I think these will look great with passengers in. So look to places like Hardy's Hobbies I believe they've got some Victorian style figures. So well worth going and checking them out. And I think Model U as well. I have a feeling they've got some in their range. But what else? The LMS livery. I think it was originally billed as going to be Midland Railway Maroon, and it wasn't on my radar. What's actually turned up is early LMS livery. So it's more a kind of Midland Railway livery, but with LMS lettering. And they are superb. For me, they are the sleeper hit of the range. Now, let me try and see. If I bring up Jablite Mountains camera, we can just about see them going past underneath me. It's not the greatest camera angle, but you can see those Hatton's Genesis coaches going round. Right. The other thing as well is...
Could you not have pushed it a little higher up?
No, because... Well, yeah, I suppose you could, but anyway, don't derail my train of thought. I was talking about something.
It's not hard to derail your train
Yeah,
of
I know
thought.
it isn't. It's actually really...
The track in your brain is a little bit wobbly.
Now, Wangok says, I think the lights are too bright. They would never have been that strong.
You could probably turn them down.
I suspect you could add a resistor in if you really wanted to. They do... the lights for me, actually, I think are really, really good. I know that a lot of people have suggested that the Hornby ones have got a big issue on this area. The Hatton's Genesis coaches do not have that issue at all. The lighting is actually really, really good. The Great Northern Railway livery, and this is a special mention for this. Now, I always thought, looking at things like the Hornby Gresley Teaks, and that's carried over to the Hornby pre-grouping 4 and 6 wheelers in LNER and the Great Northern Railway livery, look really great. Let's not take that away from them. But the Great Northern Railway wood finish on these is taking it to the next level. I have to say, the finish on those Great Northern Railway coaches is sublime, absolutely.
Can I also mention about the issue of the lights? Lighting is actually quite difficult if you think about it for a model.
Yeah, if it's too dim, you can't see anything that's going on.
We're sitting quite low down, looking at the locomotives. When you take it from the point of view of these trackside cameras, and they look bright. But when you're sitting further back, like you normally are, I can't really see much from those Pullman coaches, for example.
I like the fact that I like the fact that you can see really quite detailed interiors. Big hello to B Mozza. It says, evening Jenny, got you on in the background as I listen to the LFC 7mm plate. Oh, as I list the LFC 7mm plates on eBay. And also, Mozza Models also has a really nice range of etched nameplates. Thought I'd just mention that as well. We did do a review on those.
We did.
Yes.
Where's the Gronk with Zoe written on it?
It's put away at the moment.
Don't run the Zoe Gronk much.
Because actually, we've gone kind of very Steam related. In fact, if I go to the TMD, because Kelly Ashford always prefers to see this. I haven't seen Kelly Ashford in. If she's here, I'm really sorry I haven't noticed you. But
I think she may be at the local club.
Well, hello from the past when you'll get us on catch up. But I've got Steam.
I'm just remembering when lockdown eased last time. She said she would be watching catch up because her local model club was on a Monday.
But anyway, no, to go back to the Genesis coaches, Southeastern and Chatham Railway livery, that has got a particular charm to it. Very different from any of the SECR liveries that we've seen on the bird cages from Bachmann. So some great variety, and I think also the departmental livery is going to sell very, very well. The detail on these is exceptional. In particular, the coach ends, a lot of separately applied detail, very, very fine. And I know that was the other area that the Hornby coaches did attract, a bit of a criticism.
They were very samey, weren't they?
Oh, it was just solid plastic moulding. They were a bit coarse. These are now been going around over some quite challenging point work, it has to be said, which does include double slips and reverse curves, all manner of point work.
I have to jump in.
Sorry, what?
I just remembered when I was editing one of your videos recently, you were talking about how a locomotive was going very nicely over all of this misaligned track and shoddily put down stuff. You were portraying it as if you'd purposefully made parts of Weir Yard difficult for trains to go across.
I may be making full use of. So, why is that stopped?
Why is what stopped?
That.
Oh,
Oh, we have some issue.
it's not moving at all.
That's weird because that's got a stay alive in, so that is quite peculiar.
Yeah.
That is that. That is getting quite hot. So I'm thinking that.
Maybe switch it out.
No, I'm gonna let it cool down. I think. Right.
So we've got here a question from Flymo Chairman 1.
Oh,
I was
there's
wondering
one-
if keeping a battery charge on lit coaches might work, but it needed batteries replacing a lot. So there's something that comes up a lot. Track-powered lights versus battery lights.
I would say actually having effectively a stay alive system where it charges up a capacitor which it then runs through, because the trouble with batteries is that they don't last for an awfully long time, even rechargeable ones. So I would say actually having a stay alive system, not on a decoder, but just as some means whereby. Oh, somebody said, Ruben Ashwell says, oh dear, Billy's replacement speakers again. What did you do? Did you just bang something down? Oh, when you put your phone on there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll move everything off.
Right,
sorry.
now, somebody did, that was it. B. Mozza says, it's 247 developments. Absolutely sorry. Not Mozza models for the plates.
Yes.
It's Mozza models. You do figures. And stretching my memory, because we were talking about appropriate figures.
Yes, it is 247 for the...
247 developments for the nameplates. Is it Mozza Models does the 3D printed figures? I think, I don't know. I wait to be stand connected. Richard Brighton says, so a stay alive for coach lighting would be useful. Winky face. If only I knew someone who could develop one of those.
Are you giving them ideas again?
I don't know. They don't tell you. For all I know, they're well on the way of developing something. And just for the record, I know nothing. I learned the English from the book. Right. Right, where were we? Ah, yes, the prologue. Ben Tullett says, saying that some of the real-life preserved carriages have pretty bright lights now. A few of the recently restored coaches are now having LED lighting fitted for efficiency and ease of maintenance. Right. Excuse me. Right. It is getting very, very hot up here. So one of the things that I'm very mindful of, so I don't get heat stroke, is that do we have a lot of videos that people have sent in? We have a few,
yeah, because you weren't able to play them last week.
Right, I should also remind people as well, we did an exclusive announcement of the all-new DCC Concepts O-Gauge Rolling Road. We did post some links up for the 4-way and the 6-way O-Gauge Rolling Road, gold-plated, really, really great for anybody who does O-Gauge. In the chat a little bit earlier on, I'm sure somebody will repost them. But also, we've got a deal on at the moment for 3 of the books written by myself and the Cupboard Monkey, with all artwork done by the Cupboard Monkey. And with these, the easiest way to do it is, if you're based in the UK, £20 on Super Chat. Leave a little note saying you want these. We will get them signed and posted out to you. And it's £25 for anybody overseas. Sorry about that, but that's because of the increased postage costs. Right, Flymo Gemma 1, absolutely send video links only. YouTube preferred, as it's URL titled Monday Club to Zoe at zoerobinson.com. James Pett says, stay alive for coach lighting already exists. The Digi-Keys DCC light bars have provision for a stay alive. Very interesting. B. Mozza says, I am Mozza Models. I used to build kits for others, but no longer doing so as my time is taken up with 247. Right, absolutely. I stand correctly. Sorry about that. But yes, definitely do check out 247 Developments for that amazing range of nameplates. Roger Wollstonehome says, Leslie Copeland, the typist, was reputed to be the fastest in the world. Oh, was that on the London and North Western Railway Club coach? Right. Patrick Furlong says, those are great books. All over the house gets me laughing every time.
Oh,
thank you ever so much. And if you already have one or t'other of those and want the rest, I'm sure we can. If you drop us a line, and
So Patrick has them all.
Yes, but
As I said
other
them.
people may only have one or two. So
That is true.
if they drop us a line, we can work out a deal to reflect that for getting these amazing books.
Yeah. And of
Um,
course, they're available on Amazon as well.
G'day to Mel's, great to see you in there. And let's see. Ben Tullett says, Jenny, where is your number one fan in the loft? My number one fan,
Yay.
provided by Clark Air, whoever they are. Now, this is old. Oh, God, I sound really weird if I talk at the fan. Does it sound weird? Because it does to me.
Yes. Don't do that.
Oh, dear.
What are you like?
Easily
Silly,
amused.
silly
I'm
Billy.
42 and easily amused.
Are you really? My
Yeah, yeah.
goodness. I thought you
Right.
were 5.
Hythe Kent says, Jenny, when are you reviewing the Genesis? Genesis?
You want Genesis? You can have Genesis.
Yes. The Genesis review will be Wednesday's video, so do stay tuned for that. We're getting
Everyone's saying, where's the TARDIS?
Oh yeah,
Did you leave it on Minute Tatus?
I think we did actually.
Hey, what
So
you
unfortunately, the TARDIS,
like?
just
The doctor's on holiday.
the doctor's on Minestatus downstairs. So really sorry about that. Never thought we need a second TARDIS actually, because then we can really confuse people.
Yes.
But right. Yeah, it's still on Minestatus. Chris Uden says, Jenny, can you tell me what old Hornby Mark II coaches I would need to have to turn into a rake of 4 EMU Class 310? I'm afraid I can't. I'm not familiar with the composition of those. Although, were they not based on Mark 1s? I thought a lot of the EMUs, the early ones, were based on Mark 1s rather than Mark 2s. Dominic Z asks, Jenny, what do you think of the Hasbro Plasma Series Ecto 1? No immediate thoughts, it has to be said. Oh, the Cupboard Monkey perked up.
What's this?
I mentioned Ecto 1. That's in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yes, it is. What's this about an Ecto 1? What's happened? Is there a new one?
Who are you going to call?
You.
Well, I can't help you. You'll have to call the Ghostbusters.
Well, that sucks.
Right. Patrick Furlong says, I sent CM a TARDIS the other week.
He
Oh,
did.
Cupboard Monkey. So CM. I'm looking at who's CM. It's the Cupboard Monkey.
Yes, I have
Monkey.
I have my own DJ name now. I'm
Yeah.
MCCM.
MCCM.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Dongit's Model Railway 310 is a Mark II shell. I stand corrected, but high density. You'd need to do a lot of rebuilding to make one from loco hauled coach shells. Oh, absolutely. Big hello to Madden Steam Railways. Excuse me. James Pett says the Time Lord is on holiday in North Wales. Absolutely. Paul
Filming,
Higgins.
Whoa. What was that?
Something went squeaky.
Yeah.
There'll be the bearing on one of those wagons going squeaky.
Oh, that's hot.
What is it really hot? Are they both really hot?
The one furthest away is warm. The one closest to me is hot to the touch.
What, as in like burn your fingers hot?
Could do, yeah.
Oh,
It's like a radiator.
Hmm.
No wonder I'm boiling over and you're getting cool.
Iron Horse Heathen says, who are you going to call? Billy's replacement speakers! Right, Alex Dent says, what's going on? I don't know. If anybody knows what's going on, then do fill me in, because I feel like I am in some kind of little world on my own. So, yeah, this I think it's one of the bearings is screaming for oil back there. I'm going to have to oil things up. Jammy Dodger the Gamer says, Jenny, could you run a 4MT tender? I don't actually have one. I've got I think it's a 5MT. When it comes round, I'll tell you its running number. They all look the same to me, these Steam logos.
Oh my goodness, you didn't just say that.
I did, yeah.
You've got a massive collection and all of your trains look the same.
75069. So that's number is 75069. So if somebody could tell me, I believe it's a 5MT, but wait to be stand corrected. It's a 460 standard, BR standard. Bron B almost forgot the most important thing of the week. Oh my God, pizza. Ruben Ashwell says that joke always cracks me up. What the Billy's replacement speaker? We're gonna have to. When's this T-shirt coming?
When I finish drawing it.
Oh, I like that. Iron Horse Heathen says the plot has very much got up and gone home. Yes.
Power Class 4MT, numbers 75000 to 75079.
Is that a 4MT? What number did I say that one was?
I don't know. 75 something.
75069. So is that a 4MT?
Yeah, it's 10 before the end.
Huh?
4MT.
4MT. Already running. Boom!
Or maybe if you change the view every now and again,
Yeah.
people would see it.
Actually, Egg Rider says 75069 is a 4MT. So there we go. Michael Pollitt says, "Hi Jenny, what's going on? It's too hot in the loft. You and me
It
both."
absolutely is.
Oh, interesting. Egg Rider says 73 XXX is a 5MT. Right, absolutely brilliant. So there we are. Ben Tullett says, "I am surprised we got this far without a Genesis joke." Oh dear. Con!
Oh,
what?
Look, Craig says, gloating ever so slightly with my car boot bargain at the weekend. 2 brand Daypole open wagons for £3. Wow.
Ooh. Any news if Wally is going ahead? At the moment, it kind of is. But it's obviously provisional, lots of ifs, buts and maybes. My gut feeling is that Wally will go ahead. But
so many people are now vaccinated that it's probably safe.
Yeah, you're fully vaccinated. I've had my first jab.
Yes.
Andrew,
you only get 2 bars on your Wi-Fi. I get all 4.
Oh yeah, you've gone fully 5G, haven't you? Yeah, you can pick up Radio 3 with your teeth now. Right.
I could do that anyway.
Oh, apparently J7802 says 4MT preserved locomotive. I didn't realise. So 75069 is preserved, which does mean that when I run where you are in the BR Blue period, then actually I can still keep running that because it still exists. Patrick Furlong says, "Con!
I can't do a Shatner. Well,
No,
I think I can do a Shatner.
I will double
impression,
fist punch.
But the biggest problem is when you do a Shatner impression, you can't do the strange pauses and talking very rapidly. If you're just shouting, "Con!"
Star Trek 2 is definitely the best Star Trek film.
No, 6.
Undiscovered Country? No,
Oh,
it's
it
good, good. Although actually, what's the one where First Contact is very
First
good.
Contact is very good, but it waters the Borg down so that they're not as big a threat.
Oh
But
yeah.
they added a Borg Queen so that they had someone that Picard could fight. But what they should have done instead is do another Locutus of Borg, but instead of using a Borg Queen or redoing Patrick
Ooh,
Stewart as
no,
Locutus.
We had some kind of issue and we've lost me. Oh, I'm back. Oh,
But instead
and
of
she saves it.
instead of having Patrick Stewart reprising Locutus, what should have happened is Dr. Crusher should have become the focal point for the Borg and become their new Locutus, so that Patrick has a
vested
proper
interest,
vested
yeah.
interest.
Right, you're going to see the Genesis coaches swing by in a moment.
Genesis.
There is the 4MT. Great Northern with the lights, and then 2 Great Western. Then we've got Southeastern and Chatham Railway, one with, one without lights. LMS, one with, one without. London and North Western Railway, that full break does look amazing. We've got Southern Railway green, a single London Brighton South Coast Railway there with the white roof, followed by the BR Departmental Crimson Tool Van. Excuse me.
Matt of says the computer was trying to get the topic back onto trains. Yes. There aren't any Star Trek trains, are there? There's no space train. There's a space train in Transformers, Robots in Disguise.
But anyway, Lifestyle Unleashed, Enwin 3D Models show season starts at the Penarth show, Bala, Liverpool and Gaydon too. So yes, we're going to be seeing more and more of the shows starting back up. I think, it's been such a long time, and it's one of the things why I felt so important for us not to miss any of the Monday clubs, because so many people isolated with no clubs running.
Yeah.
It's been really difficult for a lot of people.
We didn't want anyone to feel like they couldn't have at least something.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
So I was just chuckling there when... where's it gone?
Big hello to the Angels Share Model Railways.
So while you're on, Locutus says Iron Horse Heathen. Was that when he got upgraded to Borg Band?
I don't know, the Borg sounds Swedish to me. Right.
Doctor Who had an Orient Express in space. It did, but it wasn't a very good episode.
I'm sorry, Doctor Who ended in 1989 with Survival.
It did,
as the
but then
Doctor
it came back
and
again.
Ace walk off into the sunset talking about jam or whatever it was.
No.
Right. Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase says, I cannot remember what a model railway exhibition looked like. It's weird, isn't it?
It's a little bit like
it's
the
amazing.
Monday
We've
Club.
had over a year.
It's been a long time.
It's kind of scary, isn't it? Just how society has changed.
It is.
And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't really had a cold, not a proper cold, and that's one good thing that's come out of this.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, no. But normally I'd have 5 or 6 colds over the course of a year.
The moment that you started working at a place where you have a lot of company and people visit, I have been getting colds because you bring them home with you.
Well, no, I don't, because...
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't, because I don't get a cold. No,
that's how I got
no, you gave that to me, because you started with it first, and then I had it a couple of days later. So don't you come to me with your bloomin' cooties and then try and say that I gave them to you. You're like your snot cooties.
Okay.
Egg Rider says, I have some bad news and some good news. The bad news is I won't have as much time to model from the 1st of July. Oh, that's a shame. The good news is that I re-enter gainful employment and can pay for my pre-orders. Well, that is good. And what you will find, actually, is you do rapidly adjust. So, it's...
I don't know, I didn't rapidly adjust.
I'd like to as well. I completely forgot, actually. But
You've been making signals.
I've been making stoofs. This has been my afternoon project, just to inspire anybody who, thinks, oh, I don't have time for modelling. This signal, made from a ratio kit, started this afternoon, finished this afternoon, and it is fully functional. So we've got the top arm there and the lower arm there, and also
is that the big hand and the little hand?
Kind of, yeah. And also, this is Yabu Sucks to any troll who goes, oh, that Jenny Kirk, all she can do is open boxes. Well, I opened the box and I kept going and I made that. But this is going to be a future project because I want to experiment with the best ways to get this working on DCC control. And I'm thinking either servos or slow action stepper style motors. So that's my thoughts. Oh, I think I've broken it. Right, so that's going to be an upcoming project. Iron Horse Heathen says, looks good that, Jen. Thank you very much. James Pett says, I approve of signals. Laura, big hello to you. Great to have you on board for the Monday Club. John Nutman says, hiya Jenny and the Monday Club from the Southampton Model Railway Society Club. A big hello to you all. And that's been... some of the things that as we've come out of lockdown, it has been a lifeline for so many people that some of the clubs have been able to start up in a limited capacity. And it's, I'm glad that we've all got through this. It's been really hard, and, it's all right to admit that you've struggled, because I think we've all struggled through this at times.
My goodness.
I've struggled through this. So we are strong. We are coming out of this so much stronger for this.
And the best part is, we're still here.
Absolutely. We are all still here. Right. Ben Tullett says, I can't believe how young that William Shatner looks for a 90-year-old. Yeah, he's doing really good. Robin Silver says, I'm getting my jab second jab on the 14th of June. Absolutely brilliant. Matt Rutter says, servos for the win. Ron B says working signals belong to the model railway. Paul Hookins says can't see that signal, Jenny, looks a little distant. Laura says my second GIC assessment is on the 17th. Very excited. Brilliant. I am so glad for you. I hope it goes absolutely well. So it's great to have you in as well in the Monday Club. And it's a lot of new faces actually tonight. A lot of regulars as well, but it's really great to see everybody. Don't forget to tickle the like button. Really important. Show your appreciation to the Monday Club. And also, do please consider sharing us to social media. Let everybody know that we're up and running tonight and that we have not only had that exclusive announcement of the all-new DCC Concepts O-Gauge Rolling Road. Let's have a look.
Read that one out from Warbler.
If you think you are smarter than the previous generation, 50 years ago, the owner's manual of a car showed you how to adjust the valves. Today, it warns you not to drink the contents of the battery. Yes. But also, right, so we've had that announcement of the new DCC Concepts O-Gauge Rolling Road. Do follow the links and you can buy that if you get in quick. They are limited supply at the moment. There'll be more coming later in the year. But also, you've derailed my train of thought now. We've got the Hatton's Genesis coaches going round as well. So we did share a video earlier on about them. But what I can say is I'm really... I thought that actually the Hornby release would have taken the wind out of the sails a little bit. But actually, seeing these Genesis coaches has got me really quite excited. And there are a number of these liveries which I will be going to be picking up. The LMS ones, surprising for me. They wouldn't have been on my radar before. But actually, the LMS livery Genesis coaches are really, really good. Jerry BVR says Little Wicket Railway did a good video on semaphore signal automation. It's something I've got to figure out how to do it. I am considering whether to experiment with the Cobalt SS motors. They're the small surface mounted motors that or small stepper motors. And they're not servos, but they act in that slow way like servos do. So I'm going to perhaps put a video together on that. I think it would be really, really helpful for people. So something that maybe we'll do on the channel in the future. Now, a lot of people are asking about seeing those Genesis coaching videos again, Zoe. Are we able to give one more blast of those and then we can start showing people's videos?
I'm actually starting to fade out.
What, because the heat?
Yeah.
It is very, very hot up here, I have to say to people. So, I'm going to... My second biggest fan is actually a fan heater with the heat turned off. Oh, doesn't really give you much of a blast, it has to be said. But, right, Matt Ovell says, modern safety messages today only exist because people did silly things in the past.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's like the old joke on The Simpsons, warning, do not eat this label. And Homer says, see, because of me, they have a warning.
Thank you, Flymo Chairman One, saving the link to the Monday Club Facebook group.
I'm going to drop this down so I can get the...
yeah, no worries. So we're just going to find that video again. Sorry, I'm just... it is,
oh, my goodness.
It is very hot up here. What? Robert Steers has incredibly generously donated $9.99 on the Super Chat. Thank you so much, Robert.
You're so generous.
It is a really, really gratefully received. And of course, your donations help us to continue making the videos that you guys want to see. Right, so we're just going to go back and we're going to find that Genesis video one more time. Like I said before, we've got a full Project Genesis review video of the livery samples coming up for Wednesday's video. It is all filmed in the can. Just got the Cupboard Monkey to make it. That'll be going up for Wednesday. Really looking forward to that. and you will get the full lowdown on these models. And they do run really well on a real railway through some quite challenging point work. I actually had them going round over my most challenging track round.
It just won't.
There we go.
My goodness, they don't make it easy, do they?
Also, does this play with sound, incidentally?
No.
Right, I'm just checking. Also, they do radius 1 curves, if anybody's interested in knowing. So, I think it's slow because...
I can't help it going slow, I'm sorry.
No, if you let me finish, I think it's slow because essentially we're streaming in the background.
Yes.
James Pett says air conditioning for the win. So I'm going to just go over, and this is our little video that we shot earlier on tonight on the Genesis coaches between Great Northern Railway, Great Western Railway, South Eastern and Chatham Railway. LMS, check those out. Those are beautiful. London and North Western Railway, doesn't that full break look amazing? Then we've got the Southern Railway, olive green. A lone London Brighton South Coast, and then the BR Departmental Crimson. So just going to go around again and take a special look. That teak finish is marvellous. The lit interiors, no bleed through going on, and really well detailed interiors. You can actually see some of that detail even on this. That full brake looks amazing in that livery. So the 6-wheel full brake is definitely something special in this range, and there it is again in the BR Crimson tool van livery. Right, you can take that off the screen.
Yay.
Right, Brian Bell, good evening to you. John War says, yet another brilliant stream. We're so lucky to have people like you and Zoe to help us through these difficult times. You're
gonna make her blush.
I don't know, it's just a heat up here, but thank you ever so much. Right, we're going to now go over to showing some of you guys' videos, and thank you ever so much everybody who sent in a video to, sent the link of the video, the URL, not the actual video itself, to Zoe at Zoe Robinson.
Actually, this is entirely starting to slow down.
I think it's the heat. It's the heat.
Yeah.
I suspect the heat is starting to get to things. We are struggling a bit up here, so why we're going to go to these, and when we're through these, we're going to have to love you and leave you. Although I suspect we've probably got half an hour's worth of videos. So we're just... I'm going to queue these up.
I'm so sorry that it's taken me a while,
yeah, look,
guys.
don't worry about it.
I'm doing my best, but I am starting to fight the fact that I'm
It is really, really hot up here, it has to be said. So, whilst the Cupboard Monkey preps up the first of your videos that's been sent in, right, Madden Steam Railway says, the train now standing on platform 1 is Jen's train of thought. Sorry about the Jake. Good night. Good night to you. It's been great having your company. And don't forget, everybody, that you can always catch up with us. Or after the stream, it becomes an ordinary video. You can watch to your heart's content. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, the stream as well, and also if you haven't already done so, do consider subscribing to the channel to be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. And of course, we've got that full Hatton's Project Genesis video going on Wednesday. James Pett says, I am given to understand that Hornby genericized them when they saw the success of the Hatton's Project. Oh yeah, there's a rumour, I don't know how true it is, that Hornby were going to make Stroudley coaches, but I don't know. They haven't said either way. But I just missed the comment there. The Growler Blackwood Engage layout. Big hello to you. Great to see you in as well. Michael Pollitt says, hi Jenny. Yes, the Monday Club is a lifeline for some people like myself who live alone and keeps me going. And that's absolutely why we have been working hard to make sure that we haven't missed a Monday Club.
Yeah.
Right.
So our first one is actually from a couple of weeks ago, and we didn't forget you. We just ran out of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately
this is the Closet branch, and he sent us a message saying, watched the Monday Club last night and mentioned that I can share my video. I have an American N-scale layout called the Closet branch, and the link is here to the video. So I'm going to grab, when I can, this just doesn't want to work today. This is getting really, really annoying now.
It's very sluggish, but I
Yeah,
think a lot of that the heat, because remember the computer's getting as hot as we are. In fact,
Yeah.
it's probably hotter.
So
Right,
I'm going to
make that
bring this
full
up
screen
now. This is the
and-
closet branch with a montage of his N-gauge American layout.
Okay,
Wow,
so
it's so-
hit play.
Here we go.
Oh, I like the back scene. And this is something I always say, with back scenes, you can really make a model with a decent
That looks
back scene.
so good, yeah.
For N-gauge, that's actually quite impressive.
Yeah.
So, Southern Pacific looks like a GP40, and I think that
I recognise those style of
those tankers look very similar to the ones that the American Limited models very kindly sent over for review. And we've also got another American
weathering.
Limited models. I like the weathering. That is
For N-gauge, that is
look at the rust
amazing.
spots on that.
Yeah.
That really does work. But we've also got coming up on Friday, I think it is. No, actually, no, Friday is the Hornby Asiatic Pacific. Then next Wednesday will be the American Limited models.
Worthington Model Railway says, Jenny, are there any updates on your proposed US visit?
Still waiting for the rules to change to allow me to get the visa waiver, which unfortunately at the moment people from the UK cannot get into the US. I do like the ground terrain there. That's really nice.
This is
Especially
so
for
well done.
N-gauge, really nicely done.
Yeah.
But
The detail level is
essentially,
fantastic.
hey,
Oh
look,
my
yes.
goodness.
The back scene blending into the foreground there to give an illusion of the road going right
we
off.
may
is
have had
really
this
good.
in the playlist for a while, but I think it's been worth the wait. That is amazing.
And for N-gauge as well, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
What was I talking about before you
At
interrupted
the moment
me?
you can't get into the United States.
Yeah,
they won't
I
let you in.
can't get the visa waiver because unless you've got residency or dual citizenship, you can, as a Brit, you can't get in. So I've got my passport, and it's just simply a case of waiting to see if the rules change before the end of July. At which point, hopefully, I will be going to the Model Train Show in St. Louis, and that will be in very kindly sponsored to go out there by American Limited Models and also Ken Patterson from What's Neat This Week. This is actually, for N-gauge, I'm very impressed. And the lighting, too, is really, really nice.
Yeah.
I do love these US outline models.
That is amazing.
So thank you so much for that. That was actually really, really good. Iron Horse Heathen says it's very detailed for the scale. Absolutely. Ron B says, and this layout is great.
Yeah.
James Pett says, I like the level crossing. Warbler Production says that level crossing was a real place, too realistic to be a model. Now that really, really was great. Ron B says
I'm
you
not
can use
sure
the
about
MIG
that.
oil brushes for the rust effect.
I think some of that level crossing was actually modelled, and the other part might be back scene.
Yeah, the back scene. It's there are ways and means to do it where you have a back scene with you could do a road receding into the distance. Really, really effectively done that. Did you put the link in the?
I did.
Right, we've put a link for that into the chat, so we're now just bringing up the next one.
Whose layout is this? The closet branch, wasn't it?
Yeah, the closet branch. So if you look a little bit further back through the chat, we have posted the link in there. So this next one, when it actually...
He's asked me to run from a certain point.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring that up. From about 15 minutes in.
This looks to be a really interesting layout.
Yes.
As well.
So this is from
Alan Reynolds. PVA J Cloth Alan Reynolds.
Yes.
So great to have a video from you. And it's called Buckland Junction Loft Model Railway Episode 71.
Yes.
So
and,
new background scenery, eBay items, and loco running session.
and
So
I
from
think
Alan Reynolds.
this is the bit where he wanted us to run from the local running session.
No worries, right.
So
hit
here we
play.
go.
So we've got, looks like a B17, an N2, an E1, and a Terrier there. Is it running?
Yes.
Yeah. I says,
There you are.
there we go. There goes the Terrier. Gosh,
This is really nice as well. It's bright, it's interesting, I like it. And multiple levels because the world is not flat.
I see a Hornby 00 SO tanker up there. I'm sure that's a Hornby 00 one. I remember those well from my childhood.
Oh, I thought they were sat on the same line, but no, it's four.
No.
This is very nice.
A tanker train there, and then we've got, I'm going to call that as a B-17.
What, a Flying Fortress?
No, you muppet. Oh,
There
Mark
we go.
ones. Oh, you've got the Stovars, the 6-wheel Stovars that Dapol did. I really want to get one of those, but you can't seem to find them anywhere. Right. Oh, there we go.
Leslie
I love
says,
the bridges.
Now subscribe to the Closet Branch. Don't know why I hadn't before. And that's one of the beauties of
very much
being able to share these videos. People get to see what's out there. There's so many YouTube channels these days.
And this is the thing. I understand greatly that it's really difficult to get noticed on YouTube. And there's a lot of great channels out there that aren't necessarily getting the traction that they deserve. And it's one of the things that, I could give back to the community, because we do have the following on this channel to get other channels noticed.
Yes.
So it's a great way of finding new content, which, to be honest, YouTube tends to hide from people.
Yes.
It sort of gives you more of what's already big. It hides the smaller channels away.
Yeah,
there's some great scenery
which we all have
here.
to fight. If you've got the ability to highlight other people that are doing really good stuff, then why wouldn't you?
I like those bridges.
That's how we do this.
Yeah, some really good mix of bridges
You
here.
love bridges. That's an interesting bridge there.
It is actually, yeah. Oh gosh, that's nice and complicated on the station throat. I
Wow.
assume it's a station throat. So yeah, that looks like there's going to be platforms to going in there at some point. But there's a really interesting track plan actually.
Yeah.
Very interesting. You can see there where essentially it's different trains can access multiple lines through that station with greatest of ease.
Yeah, and it's nice to see the way that he's building everything
The
up.
vertical height, making full use of what's actually probably quite limited space, but putting in some quite dramatic scenery.
Yes.
Yeah, Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase says, I know that feeling about YouTube.
Yeah.
Warbler Production says, you're the only place I'm willing to share my videos with. Other than my Facebook pages, that is. Well, thank you ever so much. Richard Swiderski, very nice layout.
Oh, look at that. Look at the,
I love the bridge.
weathering
Look at the bridge.
on
The
those.
Ferodo brake pads on the bridge. Gosh, I remember bridges used to have stuff like that on. In fact, I think the one that they were shockingly allowed to destroy comparatively recently was the one coming out of Oldham Mumps, just over the end of Oldham Mumps roundabout, and that used to say Ferodo brake pads on it, from what I remember. It's criminal. They should never have been allowed to have destroyed that route.
I'm liking this. The level of detail. And you can see that he's
multiple
not
levels.
rushing things. He's taking his time
It's
and
the
making
multiple
it right.
levels. So you've got the low level with the road, you've then got the next level
Yep.
with where those trains are, and then the top level. And there's really great use of various retaining walls and stuff.
Oh, nice.
There you are.
I
Lovely
like that little
layout.
bit at the end.
And that seems to be a lovely, fun layout. So thank you ever so much, PBHA Cloth, Alan Reynolds, for that. Right. Right. Flymo Chairman one says, good connectivity across those points. A lot of insulated parts there. And that's it. If you're actually... is that not showing us the link?
I will see if I can get it up.
Right, Iron Horse Heathen says a lot of YouTubers do seem somewhat reluctant to send the ladder back down.
Well, how
and
are
that's
you supposed to get
something.
seen these days if people aren't going to show up?
And I always think it's like, at the end of the day, it's very easy for bigger YouTubers to give other good channels a leg up.
Yes.
I've had legs up from people like Ken Patterson at What's Neat This Week, but actually some of the big YouTubers haven't necessarily ever helped promote my channel. I think New Junction has, so a big shout out to New Junction. Ollie at Wardle Road has, Dave over at Cottesmore has, But some of the really big YouTube channels just don't help others. And I think that as a community, we do need to do that.
Yes, we're all part of the same thing. And
yeah, we're not rivals.
it's like I keep saying to people, it's not a zero-sum game. Someone being a success doesn't mean that you are going to be less of a success. You can all share.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to do this. And also, when you're looking at these videos, you get ideas like, oh, this person did that in a way that I
because it
hadn't
is
thought
supposed
of.
to be a community. I mean, I have to say that we do YouTubers do in the main try and help each other out. But
Yeah.
I was quite surprised actually the other day. I went to forward a screen grab to a big YouTuber because somebody was defaming them, trying to claim that they bought subscribers. And I found that the big YouTuber had blocked me. So, unfortunately, some people really go out of their way to pull the ladder up. But
Well, not even that. So claiming that you buy. If you're claiming that someone has bought views or bought subscribers, you've got to be able to back that up. I don't like.
Oh no, of course they can't, because it's rubbish. It's a lie.
Of course it is. But people do that. They go and talk behind someone's back, and then we all hear about it. But there's no proof because it didn't happen.
But anyway, right. DT head. I'm going to call that.
A quick drone tour of his model railway. Now,
Okay.
This has come from a few weeks ago. We weren't able to do it. But yeah, I just want to say that we're not going to name names of who did this.
Okay.
Or who was
I
who
like
their target
this.
was.
Anyway, we
Jen, let me finish. It wasn't you that they were talking about. It was a big YouTuber. And I'll tell you now, someone that is that big does not need to buy
also,
subscribers.
if you get a plaque, YouTube verifies it.
Absolutely.
You cannot have actually bought subscribers.
Exactly. And
if
then
you
still
get the
a
plaque, because don't believe me, YouTube have ways and means. If
Yeah.
you've got any bought subscribers, they're not giving you a plaque. So the fact that they gave this YouTuber a plaque means that anybody who's claiming that they bought subs is talking out of their derriere.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I'm really
And
liking.
that's all I wanted to say on that. This is lovely. This is a cube camera, like the same style that we.
Is this
showed
the
off
South
before.
African layout that we see from time to time? Because
I don't think it is. This is David Head. He sent this.
no,
over
because
a
it's
couple
not
weeks
UK
ago.
outline.
No, it's
but
not
I just-
UK. I don't think he sent this.
I like
before.
the track work and the ballasting. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's. I'm going to move this on a little bit because this is one of those cube cameras. We've talked about these a lot.
Is this like the one that we've got?
Yes, similar. I don't think it is the one that we've. Oh, there. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my
word.
goodness.
Oh, love
man.
it. Double
This
deck.
is great.
Oh my word. This.
Oh.
Is this? I think this might be the South African layout. I could be wrong, but wow.
Oh my goodness. What I was saying is that I don't think it's the one that we've shown before. I think it's another.
This is really, really nice.
This is so good.
I love the double deck and the way it sort of snakes around, so it makes a lot of use of the space in here. And there's, I mean, obviously there's a lot of work still going on, but there's an upper and a lower level. Actually, that looks US outline, because that looks like an American. Yeah. Oh wow, this is very impressive. Big hello to Zach Farmer, says Auntie Jenny and Zoe, don't you guys have a YouTube plaque?
I wish I
Unfortunately
did.
not. You don't get anything for 10,000. Oh, there's the TARDIS.
Yay!
Yay!
See, that's where the Doctor is. They're on holiday.
Oh my word.
This is amazing.
I love this design of layout. This is really, really good. Laura
Yeah,
says,
this is-
to have that much space to build a
They're
layout.
saying
Absolutely.
it's Australian rather than South African. But I love the way that she's managed to integrate the lights into the baseboard of the second the upper one. That just so it's a
Ooh.
great use of space.
This is, I'm really impressed by this. There's so much going on. Such a great use of space.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah, incidentally, if you're looking for Australian outline locomotives made by a company called Haskell's, then do check out the DCC Concepts website, because we do actually have quite a few in stock. Just happens to be, if you are in the UK, it's the only place I know of where you can get them. Yes, people say
Oh my
Australian.
goodness, it's not 2 levels. I've just seen a third.
Oh my word! This is
guy
amazing.
has got levels upon levels.
People are asking,
Oh my
are the
goodness.
levels joined? I'm not entirely sure. There may well be a helix somewhere, but there is definitely a lot going on here.
My
As
goodness.
Crossways Point Junction says, so much going on. A lot of work
Yeah.
has gone into that.
My
Wow.
goodness.
Um,
This is just, wow.
Although Gone Loco says the only plaque Jenny has is on her teeth.
The only plaque that you've got is
I
the one that
scrub
says
my
"We a
teeth."
yard."
Actually, yeah. Slowly, cupboard monkey climby. We'll get a plaque eventually.
Eventually, that is
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
This has been amazing to see.
But a really great way that you can help me get a plaque is by making sure that you share the stream and let everybody know the great work we do here and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, everyone's saying I'd love to have a space to build a multi.
I'd love a basement that big. I mean, there's
You
so
wouldn't
much
let me
space.
dig one. You said I'd make the house
No,
fall
could you?
over.
Yeah, you would. You'd make the house full. Also, you'd give up very. I really can't see you with a shovel digging out of this amount of space. You any idea how much stuff you'd have to
I
dig
wouldn't
out?
use a shovel. I would hire one of those big
No,
claw
yeah,
things.
you'd excavate it with your own smug sense of self-satisfaction, wouldn't you? Right. There's so much going on. Really, really impressed.
It's a thing of beauty, but it's 6 minutes long. We can't stay with it. We have other ones to show.
Yeah, no worries.
Whoa.
Well, look, thank you ever
Each
so much.
one's different themed.
It is. So Warren Loop there. Is there actually a fourth level as well?
There's 3.
This is actually really impressive. Have you posted the link for
I
this?
have.
So
I've
we've
posted
posted the link. Thank you ever so much for that. I'm really impressed. There's such an amazing amount of space. Wow, that is absolutely. Thank you ever so much for that. Oh, I have done. Ohio Stream and Steel says, very cool. I've neither the space nor the money for a railroad like that. Very nice to see. You're absolutely welcome. And thank-
Melchester says it's a model railway lasagna.
it is. I love that idea, actually. I mean, up here in the loft, technically we've got 2 levels, but the under level is just.
You did originally consider adding a second level.
Well, yeah, it's actually these shelves up here. That's what their long-term plan is intended for, to put another layout up at the upper purlin levels. I just never got round to it, and also I've got too many locomotives. So, Mel says, I have run my HO scale locomotives at DT Head Place. Oh, wow. Leslie Gilpin says there was an Australian loco there. And I do like actually the Haskells. Haskells is a brand I've never really heard of in the UK before, but definitely really, really well made. I've got a Haskells L class. Really impressive.
So this next one is Shanghai 264359, who's always been impressive. So
Definitely.
He's got here a Bachmann USA San Francisco cable car.
Oh, interesting. Have you made that full screen?
I have, but the computer doesn't want to play. There we go.
Okay. So this is unboxing the Bachmann USA San Francisco cable car in HO scale. So we haven't got any sound on, so have you posted the link up?
I'm about to do that.
Oh, that does look nice.
Yes. It's interesting to see the difference in the packaging with these things. Bachmann USA have a very different look to Bachmann UK.
Well, different style of box, but the actual design of the box and the packaging is outwardly reasonably similar. This does look really, really nice. Of course, the cable cars, I can't remember what gauge they run on, but they're not powered in the conventional way. In fact, the cable cars have no motors or engines in them whatsoever in real life. They just grab the cable that runs in a conduit under the road.
I do like the cable cars. That's quite interesting.
Yeah. I wonder what gauge they run on. Are they on H? Yeah, actually,
This will be
say
HO.
HO.
It said at the start HO. That is
That
rather
is actually
cool.
really, really nice. Now, good evening.
I'm going to jump this on, see if he runs it.
Southern Train Girl says, Jenny, I thought you couldn't have too many trains. Absolutely. You cannot have too many trains. I've got about 250 of them.
So I've just jumped it on a bit. Looks like he's going to run it on the layout.
Really
See how
looking
it
forward
goes.
to seeing it go. It's a nice little model, actually.
It really is.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get heat stroke.
Yeah, that's our issue.
We are starting to really... Oh, there we are. We're starting to get overheated up
I'll
here.
tell you what, Jen. We're not going to get through everything that's been sent in. How about we do a special during the week where that's all we do? We show the videos and we talk to people. Because we're starting to run
I'll be
behind.
at work.
In the evenings.
We could do, but we've got to be careful because we don't want to step on the toes of some of the other YouTubers who
I
do
understand
live
that,
streams.
yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that layout. That is so good. It's always a pleasure to see this one.
Great back scene as well. And that's it compared to
Oh my goodness, it's
a
a big one.
huge Union Pacific American logo.
Thank you very
So
much for
thank
that,
you
Shanghai.
so much. Worthington Model Railway says the cable car track gauge is 3'6". Interesting. So actually, that would be was it ON30 or HON30 or HON3? I know that there's a particular gauge that only really the Americans do because somebody at Works just had to buy the track to do it. It's like 10.5 millimeters wide.
Wow.
To be able to run their models, which you can only really get from the US.
Well, yeah.
Leslie Gilpin, absolutely right. There should be a guy pulling the levers linking to the rope. The Statfold Barn Railway cars in Strawberry Park.
Yes. So this is from Warbler Productions. And
This is actually from this last weekend as well.
Yeah, so we may see something rather fun here. So,
Ooh. Right, so...
ready when you are.
okay. So, Statfold Barn Railway cars
Told
in
ya.
Strawberry Park. And this is, of course, very, very kindly... let us come. Last time the Statfold Barn Railway was actually open to the public, fully enough. So
Look at the animation on that. Those people look real.
Zoe, you said that joke every time. And
I
it
know.
wasn't funny the first time, and
I'll
it gets
say
less funny every time.
But you keep chuckling when I say it.
Yeah, we rode on those coaches.
We did, and it was very nice. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. We had a great day out. So I
You
think-
were in your element.
well, of course, or should I say, of course, of course.
And if anyone knows which films you find that was from, you'll
Yeah,
have had a good childhood.
Kevin ZZ says 10.5 millimeter is HON3, as in 3 feet. Right, yeah, so it's HO, narrow gauge, 3 feet.
Right, fair enough.
Mel says the Garn train and the Indian Pacific train are in Australia. All right. S. Eel says, night ladies. Good night to you as well. It's been great having your company. Manthony 1956 says, good project. Create an underground cable system and use DCC to clamp and unclamp the cable like the real cars. Quite the art to learn.
That would be interesting.
I suspect that it's probably too difficult to do in HO. And also, you wouldn't really see any different. You might as well just use something like power-based magnets and metal strips and just power the cars.
Yeah, I suppose.
I believe this is 2 foot. It's either 2'3" or 2'6". It's the same gauge as the Festiniog Railway and the Welsh Highland Railway.
Which is how they're able to get Prince to
Yeah,
arrive.
which is why Prince will be on this as well.
It's an interesting back on that little local, isn't it? It's kind of angled a bit. Iron Horse Heathen does know which film that was from. Excellent.
Which
you
one?
had an excellent childhood.
Which film is it?
Of course, it's from Street Fighter, the movie.
Oh yes, of course. The Raoul, what's his name?
Raoul Julia.
Yeah. Oh, we saw that when we were there.
We
Howard
did.
the Duck.
That was nice. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Warbler Production says this Stafford Barn Railway is exactly 2 feet gauge. Well, there we are then.
There you are.
Welsh Highland Railway and Festiniog Railway is also 2 foot. George Botterini says, thanks Jenny and Zoe. Have a good week and stay healthy and stay safe. Good night. Good night to you too.
Okay, we have 20 of these left.
Whoa!
Yeah.
We can do one more, I think,
more.
because the heat is getting unbearable here. I'm actually frightened that the computer's going to crash with the heat. But look, thank you very much for sending these in. It's really, really great. We couldn't do this without you guys.
Well, I think we can do 2 more because Logan Clary has sent us a photo. Triang and Lima photo.
Okay, so we're
Have a
going to
look
put
at
that up. So,
We'll zoom in a little bit.
oh,
Now that's quite
so
interesting.
class
isn't it?
37, and is that an L class? Which locomotive is that, or is that a D16? I'm not sure.
Don't know. But,
Is it just the one photo?
Just the one photo.
Okay, well,
I thought
thank
that was
you.
rather nice.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much for that. And you said we can have one more.
Yes, we can have one more. This one is Half-Ass Customs Ghostbusters Ecto 1A.
Oh, well, this is, I think we'll have to show this one.
Yes. He showed me this when I was on his...
That's interesting. Warbler Production says the Festiniog is slightly less than 2 feet, but not so much that locos cannot visit either line.
That's interesting. Now, when I was recording for Half-Ass Customs podcast, he showed me this, so I think
right.
you'll like it.
Oh yes, because we've both been on his channel actually.
Yes.
So this is really nice, and also big shout out as well. Don't forget to catch up with What's Neat this week as well with Ken Patterson. Sir Ken of Patterson. Always great to see the What's Neat this week podcast. But right, so this is Samuel Dehaney, the original Half-Ass Customs. 187th scale, I think that's HO scale, Ecto 1A, the only one in the world in this scale. So,
Here
right,
we
you
go.
make that full screen, and
That is just so good.
can you hear in your mind's eye?
Well, to be fair, I can always hear in my mind's eye.
Yes, you can. But hold on.
I take medication for it.
Yes, you do. And if the medication doesn't work, who are you going to call?
That is just so good.
That is actually really great. You can imagine that on a model layout. It would be really, really great.
Yeah,
Iron Horse Heathen says, who are you going to call? A taxi for me because it's bedtime.
that is just
Oh, well,
so
good,
well
good
done.
night, everybody who's heading off. Peter Dignan says, just arrived. What did I miss? Right, okay, the news. We have got a full set of Hatton's Project Genesis livery samples running around. Don't forget to catch up this Wednesday. We've got the full review inside out on the Hatton's Project Genesis coaches. There are some surprises in a good way, and also look out for the LMS livery. They are my prediction for the sleeper hit of the Project Genesis releases. We also exclusively launched an all-new product from DCC Concepts. It's the 4-roller and 6-roller O-Gauge rolling road. Yes, it's finally here, finally arrived in a massive presentation case and plated in real gold. So certainly a major boon for anybody who models O-Gauge. And we shared some links to that. They're very limited supply at the moment. There are more on their way. But if that is a must-have item for you, then you need to get yourself over to DCC Concepts. Do a look on their website for the page for the rolling roads, and you will find them there to buy. What else did we announce? We've also had the sound version announced from the Rails of Sheffield Hellion Commission 18,000 Kerosene Castle. And that sounds really good actually. If you haven't heard it, do head on over to the Rails of Sheffield YouTube page where you can hear the Kerosene Castle in all its glory, and that's available for an upgrade for anybody who has ordered the Kerosene Castle from them. Pico and Kato, in collaboration with each other, have released a early decorated sample of the England 042 tender locomotives from the Festinio. 2 versions forthcoming, Prince and Princess. So those look really, really good. The pictures were shared by Hattons on Facebook. Looking really, really great. Really looking forward to them. So that's where we're up to.
That's just amazing.
I'm really loving that. But looking at the time, and it's so hot up here, we're going to have to carry over any leftover videos.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. It's becoming a bit of an issue to get them all.
Becoming a bit of an issue, but it is really, really hot up here, and I'm getting a headache because of the heat. Flymo Chairman 1, thank you ever so much saying that, for the O-Gauge rolling road link. Also, don't forget that if you send before midnight, if you send £20 for UK-based people, 25 for rest of the world, we will send posted out to you the full set of the comic book collections that I'm holding here, which is all over the house, books 1 and 2 and they'll collect the collected life of Knob T Mouse, autographed and with a special, unique, one-off illustration in each book.
Yep.
From us, and we will post that out to you. Just leave a note in the paypal.me just saying that you're there for the books.
And also what your address is so we can post
Yeah, oh
it.
yeah, and your address is actually really, really important as well. But we're going to have to love you and leave you guys. It is just so hot up here. It really is. If we had a thermometer up here, we're probably looking at 50 degrees
If we had a
plus
thermometer up here,
centigrade.
it would probably melt.
Now, my guess is we're probably at about 50 degrees
Yeah.
Celsius,
Wouldn't
if not
surprise
higher
me.
than that. And it's actually quite humid as well tonight because the UK doesn't do heat. So without further ado, it just got a chance for me to say thank you, all of you, for coming. Thank you very much for everybody who shared videos with us.
Warbler Productions just said the links could be put in the Facebook group to let people watch it. Tell you what, all the ones that we've done tonight, I will collate them once we're finished on the show and send them to the Facebook group.
That is a great idea, actually, yeah, and we should try and do that every week, I
Yes.
think. Right. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take great care of yourselves, and until next time. This is me, Jenny Kirk, saying don't forget to tickle the like button, share this stream, and if you haven't already done so, do consider subscribing to the channel. I'll
And
catch you next
remember,
time.
click the likey buttons.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye for now. Oh my
Oh my
word,
goodness,
Simon
thank you
Train's
so
Model
much.
Railway Showcase right at the end has just donated £5. That's amazingly
Thank you so much.
generous of you. It said, good night, thanks for the stream, thank you ever so much. But until next week, thank you all for watching. It's been great having your company. I always feel honoured that you guys want to hang out on the Monday Club. But until then, you take great care. Bye for now.
Good night.
This is the awkward bit where Zoe just looks like, oh, you want me to turn it off? What?
You're not going to do a bit
It's
of...
too, I'm afraid
Okay.
it's too hot. We're going to have to skedaddle because I'm
Take
getting
care,
heat
guys.
stroke.
Have a great night. Gonna love you and leave you now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hurry up, my arm's aching.
I pressed the button, it didn't work. And bye.